I'm Robin from Pip Magazine, and this week in our video series Simple Skills for Self Sufficiency, I am going to show you how to make a really simple composting toilet and show you that it doesn't have to be that scary and it doesn't have to be that gross either. So yeah, the reason why you want a composting toilet is one, they save heaps of water. So the average toilet when you flush it uses, a modern toilet, about 5 litres. Older toilets can use up to 12 litres each flush. So they've averaged that a person might use it 35 times in a week. So that's 175 litres of water at 5 litres a flush per person. So for a family of 5 like us, that's 875 litres a week. So that's 125 litres a day. So yeah, that's quite a lot of water. And we're on tank water, so that means we use it up more quickly. And we did actually run out of water this summer when we had the fires and we had drought for a few years. So yeah, it's a really great way to save water and also to have in emergencies. So if you have run out of water, or if the water's been switched off, or you know, we're having all these things going on at the moment. And then if you actually have your own composting toilet, you know that you're okay, you're not reliant on the bigger system. And also what you get out of it. So in permaculture we talk about closed loop systems and not wasting things. And yeah, so you get the manure out of it, which you can then use in your garden. So you want to use that not in your veggie garden with your leafy greens. No one wants to be eating that really. But you put it under your fruit trees, and yeah, then it's not actually going onto what you're eating. So yeah, and there's 2 ways you can do your compost afterwards. You can either keep it really simple, just put a lid on the bucket, store that in a sunny spot in your garden somewhere for a year, and then it's ready to use. Or else you can create your own composting pile. So each time you put your bucket of manure in, you cover it up with carbon, so straw or dry grass or something. And yeah, there's a more in-depth article about that side of it there. So, but you want to make sure that gets hot, because that kills all the pathogens, which means that it's then okay to use, just like any sort of manure. So I'll just show you this. So this is basically just built out of a box. So it's plywood sides, wooden, some bits of wood to hold it together. And then this is just the lid, plywood lid, toilet seat, second-hand toilet seat from wherever, or a new one, whatever you want, screwed on. And then in here, we just have a bucket, 20 litre bucket, and that just sits in underneath. Make sure you get it under the hole if you don't want to have any disasters. And then you just pop it on like that. And it's ready to go. And so what you do is when you use the toilet, you just have to, so that's the nitrogen, what you're doing in there. And then you just want to even that out with the carbon. So this is sawdust, but you can use all sorts of things like that. Sawdust is really easy to come by. You could ask at like a wood mill or a furniture maker or something like that, but you don't want to be using treated wood. That is going to cause problems when you put that into your garden. So yeah, so then you just pop it in there, and yeah, and then like I say, take the bucket out when you're finished, when it's full, and just replace it. So it's good to have 2 buckets. So basically you need a toilet seat, a bucket, some sort of stand, and somewhere to put it. So we have it in the shed out here, basically because I actually love, like we've got a toilet inside, but I love sitting here. So that side of the shed's closed, well there's a door there you can close, but this side's just open and it just looks onto some trees. It's very private. And then there's a little window here, well it's hardly a window, but a gap in the tin. So I can sit here and see the chickens and the sheep and the guinea pigs, all the animals running around, and the sun shining, and it's much more beautiful than sitting inside. But people do also put them inside their bathrooms, so they might just have it next to their flushing toilet. So yeah, so there's an in-depth article about how to do it in issue 8 of Pip Magazine. We also have an article on our website, and issue 2 of Pit Magazine, we have a full guide to composting toilets. So this might not be what you want. There are all sorts of systems, some where you don't have to have anything to do with what's inside of it, and they range in price. So this is the cheapest and easiest, and quite a good option if you already have a flushing toilet and you just want to have another option. Because for some people, just composting like this, you know, sometimes you have visitors or some members of your family wouldn't really be into it. This way you can just have this out in the shed or build a little house for it, and you can make it beautiful with indoor plants and your copies of Pit Magazine there to read. And yeah, so anyway, if you're interested, give it a go. There's lots of information about how to do it and more information about the composting process to make sure you get that right. And it's a great way to save water and also to create your own manure for your garden. So good luck.